Welcome everybody, my name is Michael and today is another beautiful day. Man, it is always fun working in the summertime because there's more daytime. It looks great. The weather's actually decent for most days. So, how are you today? Let's discuss about cryptocurrency, everybody's favorite. We are ripping our hair out at the seams because crypto is not where we want it to be, but we're doing better. We stabilized a little bit. So what's the top news of today? Well, let's get into it. Okay, so as of recording right now, Bitcoin's hovering around $31,000. It is still the number one cryptocurrency by a long shot. There's approximately $600-700 billion just in Bitcoin alone, and during the peak, there was over $1 trillion in just Bitcoin out of $2.5 trillion for 20,000 cryptocurrencies. Ethereum is obviously in second place, but it's going to take a long while and hundreds of billions of dollars to do a flippening. So that's probably not going to happen anytime soon, although we were close in history before. With Bitcoin, it is a very powerful asset. A lot of people now know the name and are familiar with what Bitcoin does, where a couple years ago there was many questions, and there still are questions for many newcomers to crypto, but every single year it is becoming much more mainstream. We're already basically hitting the mainstream waves as of 2020-21. So over 6.51 million Bitcoin holders, as of a report that came out recently, are still at a loss because they purchased Bitcoin above $40,175, I believe. So, obviously being at $31,000 and not too long ago being at $29,000, many people have lost a fair share of money, plus fees and everything. So even if they were breaking even, they'd have to be much higher. Now, considering the all-time high of over $69,500, this is a considerable drop. However, if you are only paying attention in the stock market or normal asset classes, you are in for a shock when you can realize that Bitcoin can suddenly recover within a matter of 2-3 weeks. That's all it takes. Can recover even faster, to be quite honest. So even though $10,000 is a lot, there is still hope that Bitcoin, despite what has happened recently, can recover this year and everything's going to be fine and we're going to hit 100K. And CoinMarketCap's community, with over an 80% historical accuracy for voting on whether crypto is going up or down or where it should be by a certain date, has voted that Bitcoin most likely will be by June 30th, so 4 weeks from now, at 41,200 or above or close to it. So with that, we have seen some gains over the past week. I mean, considering where we were a couple weeks ago, there's been an over 9.5% rise in Bitcoin's price over the past 7 days, and just within the past 24 hours, 3-4%. It's not a huge increase, but when we're talking about $600-700 billion and an increase from $30,000 to $31,000, okay, that's pretty cool. And especially over the past week, where I remember being in the 20s, and it's not fun there because when you're in the 20s, you're like thinking, oh my God, is this it? Are we going back down to 20K? Everyone's freaking out, panic mode. The fear has kind of calmed down a little bit now. Bitcoin is going to need a very large demand and buying pressure in order to get through this wall right now, because what happens is, since more than 54.5% of people who bought Bitcoin and are currently holding Bitcoin are down, they're going to try and recover and break even when Bitcoin goes back up again, because people are freaking out, and those who are in crypto will hodl, but many are newcomers who don't understand, and only 1.89% of holders right now have broken even. And of course, the rest have actually profited. These are the holders who maybe even purchased Bitcoin when it was $1,000. And not too long ago, because again, we're thinking in cryptocurrency terms, in crypto land where it's fantasy land sometimes. Oh no, a year is such a long amount of time. Well, how much time have you spent at your job? How much time have you spent at school? How much time have you spent during, sports, hobbies, whatever you've been doing for the past couple of years? Think about that. just a year or two ago, think about where Bitcoin was. You know, think before COVID and all this started. And it's pretty hard to remember those times for some people because it's been going on for a long time now. But Bitcoin not too long ago was at $15,000, $20,000, $25,000, and suddenly it rose all the way up. And even at this point, you're still profitable. And these people went on to trade with altcoins and NFTs, and they made a bajillion dollars. So there's going to be obviously a lot of selling as the price of Bitcoin will go up. But once we surpass $50,000 again, it's going to be a huge psychological break point. Once we hit 60,000, people are going to be like, oh my God, are we going to break the all-time high? Maybe. And then once we hit 70,000, we hit a new record. That's what people will want to buy the most. But that is kind of too late at that point. So right now is a good time to be buying. If you want to be in for the 100K run, you got to be bullish no matter what. You can't lose hope. There's been many times where I've lost almost hope for my tinnitus and other situations outside of crypto. But crypto has always given me a little bit of hope. And of course, there's going to be situations where, yes, it's good to feel bearish because most likely everything is falling apart in the short term. But long term, I'm talking 1 year, 10 years, 15, 20, 30, 50 years in crypto, we are bullish because we know it's here to stay. Now, Bitcoin may not always be number one, numero uno. It's probably going to be, removed. It's going to be probably moved down to number 2, number 3, number 5, number 10. But it is going to stick around, that's for sure. Maybe there's a project right now that's being produced during these tough times that is going to be the next Bitcoin, but better. We never know. So, just wanted to thank you guys for joining me in today. Today was kind of a very slow day in car sales, and a report came out that May 2022 was one of the slowest months in terms of car sales and projected earnings and sales for the year, where usually it's 15 million units, 16 million units in America sold for new vehicles. Suddenly went down to close to 12.8 million, and May definitely a couple percentage decrease. And it was a very slow month of April and May. A lot of people in car sales who've been doing this for a while have said that this is one of the worst times they've seen yet. Even during COVID, it was a little bit better. So there's a lot of stuff going on over here. But no matter what, you cannot lose hope. No matter what, if rent keeps going up and we fall into a recession and inflation keeps going up and the prices of cars continues to skyrocket because there's no chips being produced, there's no cars, there's no electronics. No matter what, eventually this will normalize. Eventually it'll stabilize. So we will go back to sort of normal. Due to inflation, we're never going back to a full normal where it was a couple of years ago. But yeah, we got to stay hopeful. We got to stay hopeful no matter what. So thanks so much for watching. Have a great rest of your day. Stay safe and bye. Just wanted to thank everybody so much for watching today's video. If you have had a wonderful experience, please leave a review in the form of a comment. That would be great. Any form of engagement really does help this channel grow, and I did want to thank each and every one of you for helping us grow a little bit, and maybe one day we'll hit 2,000 subs. Woo! So until then, see you guys tomorrow. As always, stay safe, enjoy the summer, and man, I wish I could have a little bit of a vacay in the summertime, but gotta work, gotta make money, so it is what it is. But it'd be nice to have a week off and just chill, just kind of do whatever. So